inspire, empower. Grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real women don't bitch. No, real women don't. 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 Real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. The real deal about how we feel when we invest in our business. You know, honestly, it really doesn't make a difference whether or not you've never invested before or you have invested before. You're going to have to deal with those butterflies in your stomach, even when it's with someone that you know. And I want to talk about this, right? Because sometimes in the industry, you can tell yourself a story. You can start writing a narrative based on your thoughts, based on your experience, and then start drawing conclusions from that. And as a person who's invested 27, 97, 297, 997, 29, 85, 6,000, so on and so forth. You're just on so many different levels. I want to share with you some issues that I've dealt with in my own mind, prior to making investments and let you guys see what's really going on. Because some of you think you're a little crazy. And because you're not necessarily experiencing things the way that someone says it should be experienced, you can really overanalyze what you're thinking and how you're feeling. The bottom line is making an investment in your business. For those of us that are used to investing in ourselves, we know that it's something that we have to do. And we also know that it is a risk that we take. But it should not be a risk where you feel like you are totally going to potentially lose. That is one of the biggest things that I really want to drive home. And part of the way that you get there, and I've said this before, and it does not take all day, it has to do with vetting your coach. I vetted my coach, the coach that I have right now. And part of how I discovered who she was and how I knew that I was supposed to work with her was because for several months prior to meeting her, I had already had a battle going on in my mind with, making sure I wasn't holding on to any previous resentments, making sure that my mind was open to getting the next coach, really analyzing my business and looking at the strengths and the weaknesses to find out where the holes were so that I could know what it was that I needed. That way, when I ran into whoever this person was going to be, there was going to be this alignment that was going to occur where it would be cosmic and I would know that this person was supposed to be my coach. And unfortunately, what happens with a lot of you guys is that you don't know that. You haven't understood that and you don't get the clarity. The only thing you have is everything that's been happening around you, how it makes you feel. And okay, well, they're saying I should do this and I haven't done that. So maybe I should invest here or maybe I should do that. and you could find yourself making the investment in the wrong thing. I even had a conversation before with someone that I'm close friends with, and I listened to their conversation and I'm like, are you listening to yourself? And I'm going to give you an example. So I was having a conversation with a friend, and she was torn between investing in 3 different coaches. Now, mind you, this is somebody that over the duration of her business has dropped 5-figure investments over and over again. But I want to bring out 2 of them. There were 2 different coaches, and one of them was offering this thing where they were going to tell you everything you needed to know about how they created this mega company. And the other coach was talking about helping you create, we'll just say, I like to, leave things a little obscure so you can't figure out who people are, their signature offer, and then also help them be able to sell it. And they were torn between the 2. Now, one of the individuals, they had massive success, like 7-figure level success. And the other individual had multiple 6-figure success. And without even thinking about it, instead of really analyzing what she needed for herself and for her business, she was wavering where she was debating. There was no need for a debate. And to make a long story short, what I said to her was, now you and I both know that if you are not ready to invest at the level that this 7-figure coach is going to request for you to invest in, then the timing is off. Because 2 things will happen. It will work itself out, or you will find a way. And she and I both knew that the level of investment that she would have to make in this other coach was nowhere in her reach. Even if she decided that she wanted to throw her life, under the bus and lose her home, she would never be able to afford this coach. What she was looking at was the fact that what that coach had, she wanted it. What she was looking at was like, well, if I could just attend this, webinar and get this information so that I can know all the secrets that it takes to build a 7-figure business, I would be okay. And as a friend, I told her, you're lying to yourself, because how many times have you opted in for freebies? How many times have you attended webinars, whether they were free or for fee, and gotten a foundational plan? But how many times have you warred with yourself? How many times have you dimmed your light and not stood out and been the woman that you were created to be? You got mindset issues, and you're trying to shoot all the way to the 7-figure mark when you have issues with doing what it takes to hit the 6-figure mark. So it's not about crawling before you walk, but it is about respecting the position that you're in. And guess what? Some kids don't walk until they're 18 months. Some kids start walking at 6.5 months. I'm not saying how fast anyone can accelerate and move, but we have to respect the position that we are in. But the bottom line is that there was still hesitation and still reservation about making that move. The coach that I have now, I literally saw it in my mind's eye. I had already professed in my spirit what I believe the amount of payment would be, even though everything in me kept saying it's going to be more expensive than that. It's going to be more expensive than that. It was what I believed it would be down to the penny. And not only was it that, but the day before we met, which I decided to meet with her the day before rent was due, for those of you that are tracking, when we had that conversation, I literally the day before had somebody do a pay in full investment with me that opened the door to invest with her. And then I had other sales lined up. So as soon as I finished with her, I recouped the cost and then some back within a 48-hour time frame. So the heavenlies just aligned exactly what it was that I needed. But here's the reality. Even though I knew that I knew what I needed, I still had butterflies in my stomach. I still was like, ooh, am I getting ready to drop these thousands of dollars? Am I about to make this commitment? Because I have to not just trust me, but I'm also entrusting my baby, my business baby, to be within the hands of someone else. And it's a group effort, and it's still my vision, and it's still my dream, but I'm allowing your expertise to impact how I take care of my child. And that right there is something that's always going to make us feel a little nervous. But if something is too easy to do, then unfortunately, it probably won't have the effect that we expect it to have. There's nothing wrong with having some level of reservation. There is something wrong when the level of reservation is so strong that it paralyzes us. See, you can have reservation and actually take the time to think and not suffer from analysis paralysis, but have to woo sign, say, wait a minute, let me make sure I got this together. Okay, you know what? I had shiny object syndrome. This really isn't for me. Let me move on. Versus like, wow, I can't shake this. No matter how many ways I think about it, the universe keeps sending me signs or confirmations that this is the way I should go and this is what I should invest. And the thing about it is it doesn't make a difference how much money you make. The nervousness is going to still be there, but you're still going to do it. And it's never going to be comfortable or convenient. There's a woman that I follow on Facebook and I don't get to listen to her that often, but here it was. She was a 6-figure earner. She was actually spending 6 months abroad. She wanted to get to the millionaire level. She had 6 figures in her bank account. Simultaneously, while she's out of the country, she finds out in her spirit who her next coach should be and had to deplete all of her funds in order to invest in that individual. I'm not saying everybody should deplete their funds, but I'm just saying I remember listening to her live video about how she was like, oh my God, this is what I got to do. But the difference is the longer you walk this walk, you understand those reservations when they come. And because you are more actualized, have a clearer understanding of where you need to be, you shut those voices down quick because you're not just hoping that you've ran into the thing that will work. You can feel the spirit moving and you know that you are a part of what's going to work. And what ended up happening with that woman is as quick as she put that investment down, she recouped that money right back and all is well. And now she builds 7-figure businesses at the blink of an eye. But she had to wrestle with the discomfort of investing. So if you think that your discomfort is a sign that you shouldn't move forward, no, it's a sign that you don't even really know what you need. I challenge you guys to know beyond a shadow of a doubt, to allow yourself to assess your business. At the end of the day, you know whether or not you don't know how to articulate who you're speaking to. Okay, you know who you're speaking to, but you know beyond a shadow of a doubt if you've been wrestling with increasing your prices. You know beyond a shadow of a doubt if you're doing the work that you do, but part of you is like, dang it, I think I kind of set myself up because I feel like I'm slaving and I'm putting a lot of hours in my business. Those are the kind of signs that let you know that, hold up, I've got to relook at how I've got my stuff packaged, what I'm pricing for it, how I'm structuring my offers. I've got to work on these things. And then when somebody like me comes and says, oh yeah, I'm a business coach and this is what I do. Not only that, I help you sell, but look at your offers, blah, 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 blah. Then from there, it's a lot easier to have a meeting where we get to know each other and we have an exchange and we talk and see if we mesh, to see if our spirits align, because it's not just about the expertise. It's also about the bonding factor. And that's something that's really important for entrepreneurs. Understanding that we are the thing. What's inside of us is an innate ability. It's a gift. Our gift is a given. But how we convey that gift is where the iron sharpens iron comes in. And that's where we grow. We know what we do. Sometimes we can wrestle with whether or not we're good at what we do, but don't get it twisted. Let the right situation occur and we be like, girl, you ain't gonna believe it. No, I met this stranger on the street. She came to me, said this, that, and the other, and I just broke this down and boom, she had an epiphany. It's just in a certain circumstances we brag and in other instances we don't. But my question for you is, where are you at in your business? No, everybody does not have to have a coach. But the point is it shortens the curve of all of the wrestling that you go through to get to the next level. You can do it on your own, but you will do a lot of guesswork, a lot of wrong work, and you will be taking the scenic route to success. You can't cheat and take an elevator. You still have to take the stairs, but why walk around the building 5 or 6 times and wear yourself out before you even get to the stairs? So investing in yourself is something that will Never feel 100% comfortable. And even when you're up leveling, you're going to be like, oh shit, am I investing this much money in my business? But you'll know that it's what you have to do. And you'll know that once you get into whatever you've invested in, that you are in control, and you'll do what it takes to make sure you get the most out of your investment. So get out there. Come on. It's still early in 2018. Now, let me put this out here for those of you that haven't been following me on Facebook. I have a program, an elite mastermind that is launching May the 1st. And if anything that I've said resonates with your spirit because you know those are some of the things that you need to change, it doesn't cost anything to have a conversation with me. I encourage you to go to packagepriceprofit.com and fill out an application for a free conversation with me to talk about what you need. And guess what? If it ain't me, I'll send you in the right direction. I definitely don't want anybody to work with me where it will not be fruitful. I want us to have an amazing relationship. But I'm taking 12 sisters with me on a journey this year to knock their businesses out of the park. My question is, when will you stop fighting the anxiety and make sure that you are one of those ladies? You guys have a great day. This is your girl, August Crenshaw. I'm outie. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomendon'tbitchpodcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you.